This one, I got it for $750.
When the market was crazy around $1 million.
I picked it up for right around 480.
50 to 70,000.
This is listed for 137,000.
160K brand new.
And how old are you?
20.
You're 20 years old.
Yeah.
For sure, 8 figures, for sure.
We did almost 43 million.
Upwards of the tens of millions. Mid 6 figures.
We got an election coming up. So we got an election coming up. Next president of the United States, right? Who are you going with this election? Who's going to be the next president? Los Angeles is home to over 200,000 millionaires, and I'm curious, what do they do for work? How much money do they make? And who are they voting for to become the next president of the United States of America? Who are you voting for? Leave a comment below. Let's get this video started.
Yeah, legend status, ask about the name. I've been putting in work, collecting the fame. Up in the stat while they watching the 10 in the game. Either you in it or just a critic, man, we ain't the same. I'm focused on making this history into my top 5. List is listing me. I never got an L on pass. This ain't no breeze. I had to make the workout last. The bill is
Hey, excuse me, sir, how you doing? Do you mind answering a couple questions for the YouTube channel?
Yeah, yes, for sure.
So, is this your Lamborghini?
Yeah, this is my Lamborghini, my SVJ. I just got it about a week ago.
Oh, wow. How much does a Lamborghini SVJ like this go for?
This one, I got it for $750. Yeah, $750,000, yep.
What do you do for work?
I'm in franchising, so I own a bunch of auto insurance. I own 20 different auto insurance offices, and then I own some other brands. So, yeah.
And like, what would you say is the best year you've done in business, revenue-wise?
I would say this year, 2023, 2024. Yeah, every year we're just growing and growing. So, yeah, I would say this is my best year. For sure, 8 figures, for sure.
Wow, that's impressive. So what would be some advice, man? Like, how can somebody become a millionaire like yourself and get a Lamborghini SVJ?
So it's a lot of, it never started like this. This is just the end product of what I've built up. But, you know, you got to stick to something. You know, they say success takes about 10 years, and realistically, that's what it takes. So this is a long-term situation, the business that I built up. But I would say sticking to something and not giving up till you eventually become successful at it.
Let me ask you this, man. We got an election coming up.
Yeah.
Next president of the United States. Who are you going with this election?
Trump, 2020, 2024 Trump. Let's get it.
For the audience watching, why Trump?
He's a businessman. He understands business. You know, he's looking out for us. He's leaving his feelings putting his feelings to the side, and he understands, how to run this business and how to run this country. And he's done it before. So I feel like, why not give him another shot?
I appreciate you, man. Eddie,
definitely.
thanks so much, man. We got to take the Lambo for a spin, bro. This is crazy.
It's just one of the Lambos. I got a SF90 Spider as well, so we'll take either one. No problem.
Let's do it, Eddie. Would you mind answering a couple questions for a YouTube video?
Sure.
What do you do for work?
I work at Boeing.
Boeing?
Yeah.
Oh, like the plane company?
That's right. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. And how much can one make working at Boeing?
I don't know. It's a corporate job, so if you're on top of the company, you make several millions a year. But my level, no.
Okay. Okay.
No. I make an okay living.
Yeah, I mean, you can make like 6 figures or millions. It just depends on the level of the company, right?
Yeah, barely 6 figers.
What would be like your advice for the younger generation watching? Like, how can they get to making 6 figures or even millions per year?
I want to say the first thing is to get skills, marketable skills. Don't think that because you're special somehow, you feel special, you play music, you write poetry, that's going to carry you very far. You got to have skills that somebody who has a company like Boeing or a smaller company can see potential in you and hire you, because that's what they're looking for. And you have to be a nice person, of course.
That makes so much sense, man. Yeah, I feel like marketable skills, you can, if you have those in a time like 2024, they'll pay you a lot of money if you do it really well.
That's right.
Makes sense. And so we got an election coming up, right? 2024, next president of the United States. Who are you going with this election?
I'm a Democrat, so I have to go on the Democrat side. I can't stand Trump. He's a phony. He's a con artist. We all know it, and I don't know why people just fall for him.
So for the audience watching, like, why Kamala?
It's not so much her, but I think she has a lot of potential. She was a prosecutor. She's the first woman would be president. I think that also plays in her favor. And I think she's close to the people. She comes from immigration. I come from immigration too, in a way.
Excuse me, sir. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
I'm Kevin.
Lloyd, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Lloyd. Do you mind answering a couple questions for the YouTube channel?
Let's do it.
Is this your Lamborghini?
Yeah. Yeah,
what,
this is mine.
What model is it, and how much does this go for, man?
This one's a 2022 Lamborghini Aventador, the Ultimate. It hit at one point when the market was crazy, around $1 million. I got it for $750 actually, after our damn sales tax out here in California, which is crazy. But yeah, $750 right now.
That's amazing. $1 million car, man. That's crazy. Well, let me ask you this, man. What do you do for work to afford something like this, man?
So I'm in a few things. I own a credit repair company, and I also do like business funding and a little bit of real estate. I buy like older apartment buildings like that were built in like the 1980s, and then I renovate them and I flip them. But I built everything off credit repair. I have about 100 people, like plus minus, on my sales team, and I have over 500 brokers nationwide. So basically all I deal with is just like, I deal with a lot of real estate agents and mortgage brokers. So being in this industry, like fixing people's credit, opened a lot of doors for me. So now, like, since the money's coming in, I just have my hands in a little bit of everything, trying to stay diversified, you know? That's basically it.
What was like the best year you did in revenue per year?
You're not gonna believe me, and it's gonna sound crazy, especially like in the industry that I'm in. You know, I see all types of people that do credit repair talking about how they made $1 million or whatever. 2022 was my best year. My company's revenue, we did 42, almost 43 million, but we did 42 million that year. It was like 42 and some change. 2022.
Wow. We got an election coming up, next president of the United States.
Okay.
Who are you going with this election?
Crazy thing is, like, my parents are Democrats, so right now we're all going for Trump. Like, I don't really agree with certain things that Trump says. Obviously, he's losing it here and there, but at the same time, like I said, this is just on me. I'm going for Trump because he treats our country like a business. You know what I mean? And for us, like, the stronger the economy, the stronger the dollar. And so the reason why I'm not picking Kamala is because you're in there right now. You know what I mean? And look at Biden's situation. So, like, you're in there right now. There's no changes. Like, so for me, I just want a president that's just going to hold it down for us, basically. That's just where I'm at for me.
For the audience watching, the reason why, so you actually were a Democrat, but you chose to be a Republican due to the current situation.
Yeah, I'm definitely going for Trump, man. All of us, everybody here that's, I don't want to say everybody here that's driving an exotic, but everybody here that's doing well is picking Trump, because at the end of the day, it's like, we just know, you know, when you're at like the top of the food chain or you're dealing with certain people, you just know. That's just basically what it is.
Lloyd, bro, pleasure, man. Pleasure meeting you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. How you doing, sir? Do you mind answering a question or two for the YouTube channel?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you do for work, man?
Do a little real estate, little business. I do a high voltage, so.
That's awesome, man. And this is your Lambo right here. That's crazy, man. So what Lambo is this, and how much does it cost?
It's a Lambo SEO. I picked it up for right around 480.
Like, what's the horsepower in a car like this?
I don't know. I just liked it because it was army green and I just picked it up. So at a Ferrari, I figured getting Lambo was the next thing.
What was the best year you did in business revenue-wise?
I think every year is a good year. We keep growing. So
Like in the millions, I can say.
Yeah, we're upwards of the tens of millions.
So we got an election coming up, next president of the United States, right? Who are you going with this election?
I'm definitely going for Trump.
Why Trump this election? Just for the audience watching.
You know, I think I'm a veteran, hence the army green car.
Thank you for your service, sir.
I think the whole putting America first thing needs to happen. So I'm just hoping somebody can make that happen.
What would be your advice? Like, what actionable steps can somebody take to become a millionaire like yourself and own a Lamborghini STO?
I think the biggest thing is create a plan. You have to have a plan in life, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing. Is, you know, everybody's in a different place in their life. Is sit with a piece of paper and create where you want to be, and just jot down ideas and create the step one by one, and then everything will start happening exactly the way you put it on that piece of paper. So, and of course, there'll be roadblocks and things of that sort, but when you have a vision, there's no stopping.
Excuse me, sir. How you doing? Do you mind answering a couple questions for the YouTube channel?
Sure.
So is this your Porsche?
Yeah, it's mine. It's one of them.
That one of them. Okay, well, it's really nice, man. I love the color. How much does a Porsche like this go for?
This is an older one, so probably you can get one probably about 50 to 70,000. That's not including any upgrades that you do. This is a 997 turbo. It's a 2008.
What do you do for work?
I am a jazz funk fusion musician. I do voiceover, and I also act. And I'm proud to say I'm a retired social worker.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Wow, so you do a lot of things. How much can one make working as a social worker and doing voiceover and acting and in the entertainment field?
It depends on you. You know, life is about breaks and blessing. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you're waiting on your moment. So you gotta push. Social work is different. That's a county thing, and you're gonna make a decent salary.
Like, I mean, you can make six figures as a social worker as you move up, right? Or
Supervisor could. You can make decent money as a social worker, but entertainment, you can make a lot more money.
we got an election coming up. Next president of the United States. Who are you going with this election?
That's a trick question. I'm still debating because there's issues that are close to me, and at the same time, there are issues that's close to my bank account. So I'm still evaluating.
If you had to choose one.
Right now, today, I couldn't even make that choice just yet. You know, I would say Bernie Sanders, but I lost twice with him, didn't I? So I like Kamala Harris's. It seems like she's more approachable. We haven't had a president that seemed just like a nice guy since Jimmy Carter. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. So you look at who can make the deal. So Trump is decent as far as his business appearance of being savvy. But Kamala, I like her family history. And I like it that her parents came from a school that's conscious. But I can't just say right now, I'm gonna vote for such and such. I would have to do that when I pull that curtain.
Makes sense, man. Dude, I really appreciate your time and appreciate your advice, man. We got to take this Porsche out later, man. Please.
Hey, really? You got a license?
Yeah, let's do it. How you doing, ma'am? Do you mind answering a question or two for the YouTube channel?
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So is this your Porsche?
I'm planning on buying it. Correct.
Oh, you're going to buy it right now?
Yes, I've been here a couple times, you know, contemplating on the color and the style and whether I want a coupe or a convertible. So yeah.
That's awesome. And how much does a Porsche like this go for?
This is listed for 137,000. It's immaculate. I know. It's a fun car, you know.
This would be your first Porsche?
This will be my first Porsche, yeah.
That's awesome.
Beamer girl, and then a Range Rover, and then a Mercedes. So it's time to transition.
What do you do for work?
I do mortgage loans. I work for House America Financial. I've been doing this for 24 years. I'm a single mom of 2. I've raised my kids all by myself for the past 24 years. I thrive on success and making it big. So
wow. So what would be your advice for the younger generation out there watching who want to achieve success, want to own a Porsche like this?
Dreams come true. Work hard. Nothing comes easy. You can't be where you want to be without any effort and hard work. So if you put a goal in your mind, you will definitely get there. I promise you. And I tell my kids all the time, you know what? Just dream big. And that's where you're going to end up.
So we got an election coming up, right? Next president of the United States. Yes. Who you going with this election? Who's going to be the next president?
I'm not into politics, so I just generally don't like to comment. But I think I just feel it when it comes to my profession. We've had a really, really bumpy road. So I think that's pretty much why I would say, you know what, I would go back and, you know, vote for Trump at this point.
Excuse me. Hey, bro, how you doing, man? Kevin.
Derek, nice to meet you.
Do you mind answering a couple questions for the YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'm down.
So what do you do for work, man?
I day trade.
Day trade?
Yeah, I've been doing it for like 4 years. I was unprofitable for like the first 2 years, and then but you gotta keep going, and then slowly but surely you get profitable. Some months are bad, some months are good. Most months though, you gotta be like in the right mindset. It's all mindset at the end of the day.
Yeah. How much does an M8 like this go for, man?
160K brand new.
And how old are you?
20.
You're 20 years old?
Yeah.
We got an election coming up. Who you going with to be the next president of the United States?
Do I gotta say that? Do I really gotta say that? It's kind of obvious.
For the audience watching, why are you going with Trump?
the markets were a lot better under Trump. I was making a lot more money under Trump. Bro, the gas prices, I was paying $60 for a full tank. Now I'm paying 120. It's like, come on. The obvious reasons. You got to be stupid to go the other way. So that's what I think.
What would you say is the best year you've done day trading?
Last year, mid 6 figures.
What would be your advice for somebody who wants to get into day trading and become successful like yourself?
Mentality. If you're consistent, if you're dedicated, and you actually want to make money from day trading, you got to start off by not wanting to make money. You got to start off liking day trading, liking the craft. If you don't like the craft, you're not going to make money. You got to actually enjoy doing it. A lot of people start off wanting the money, but they don't enjoy doing it. You got to enjoy doing it, and then you'll make money.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you stopping, bro. Thanks so much,
Have a good
man.
one.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you got value out of this video. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.